welcome to the BDA post-fight analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the Keith Thurman-Danny Garcia fight from 2 weeks ago. And just going to talk about a couple of things that caught my attention. Not necessarily anything on some of the big highlights of the fight, some of the big exchanges, because there certainly were a couple of fun instances in this fight. I'm just going to take a look at some things that caught my attention. First of all, most of us knew that the fight was going to have to come down to a jab, right? We wanted to see both guys jab a little bit more, and they did try. But at the end of the day, they didn't jab as much as we would have liked them to. And it turns out they didn't need to, especially Keith Thurman, who came out with the win. So here you see Keith Thurman dispensing with the jab. He just flicks it out of there a little bit. Flicks it out, doesn't really see it. Boom, rangefinder. Steps back, always looking to counter punch, and then throws a lead left hook, right hand. And that sets the tone for what's going to come later in the fight. Here he jabs downstairs. Garcia lowers his right hand trying to parry it, and then boom, Thurman tries to lead with a hook. Let's take a look at that again here. So Thurman jabs downstairs. Look at Garcia's right hand, very low, right? And Thurman, a constant professional, he sees this. So he says, okay, now you lower your right hand. I'm going to come in, try to come up stairs with a lead left hook. And that's what Thurman did throughout the fight. And that's what he usually does, even in the Sean Porter fight too. He'll throw a variety of combinations. He'll either lead with a left hook right hand, or just the left hook, or he'll duck down and then throw the lead right hand, as you're going to see. Or sometimes he'll go to the body. But it's that 4-punch, the 4-combo variety that really seems to take guys out for a loop. The reason why Thurman is able to get away with it is because he's so quick. He knows how to do it. He knows how to execute his lead, his offense. And so that discombobulates fighters, right? They don't know where the punches are coming from. Here, for example, see? Lead right hand followed by a left hook. And Garcia, at this point in the fight, he's trying to counterpunch. Let's look at that again, just real quick. See here. Thurman tries to... as if he's about to throw a jab, right? He feints, and look at Garcia. He wants to counter, but he's way too open here. He's throwing his hooks, but the straight shots are getting there quicker, as they usually do. And he's not quick enough at this point in the fight to counter Thurman. So here again, Thurman feints, boom, exchange, lead right hand. Let's take a look at that again. This was early in the fight, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, how's Garcia going to get out of this one? So Thurman comes forward here, right? He ducks down as he's about to jump in with a punch. Garcia stays in position here, very good, hands up, doesn't lower his hands or anything. They both jab, again, just not the greatest of jabs, but right away after that exchange, Keith Thurman initiates his offense, jabs downstairs, right hook to the body. Again, Garcia way too open, he's too eager to counterpunch here, and boom, catches a good left hook, right clean on the face, and then followed by Thurman knows, okay, I started to the body, and I'm going to feint down as if I'm going to the body again. Garcia tries to counterpunch, but again, look at how open he is, and eats a flush right hand. Really shows you two things. First of all, two things here. Thurman, look how much power he puts into the right hand. Look how much follow through there is. Look at here where his head is when he starts throwing the right hand, and look where it ends. Boom, see? He's driving through with that punch. He's trying to rip Garcia's head off, and I'm surprised Garcia was able. Garcia has a good chin. He's a very good chin. And now look what happens here. Thurman gets a little too wild. Garcia takes an overhand right, but look at Garcia. Look at his eyes. He's still keeping his eyes. He's angry, first of all. He's scowling. But he's keeping his eyes on Thurman. He's staying relaxed. He's not panicking. He sees Thurman throwing that wild overhand right. And so Garcia says, alright, thank you very much. I'm just going to smother you. And he's able to survive for the rest of the round. So both guys, first of all, Thurman, great power, great variety of shots, great ability to surprise his opponent, and Garcia, very good chin. But he's too intent at this point of the fight to counterpunch. And afterwards, he settled down a little bit more. This was earlier in the round too, but see, again, with the jab. Thurman tries to jab here, but notice how open he is. He's doing the bow and arrow here. Look where his right hand is. He can't parry from that position. I think he was just too eager to throw it. And his head is on the same axis. He doesn't lower, he doesn't change levels while he's coming in. So he takes a nice flush jab for his troubles. That can't have felt good. That couldn't have felt good. Again, here is a look at Thurman's offense. Boom, catches the right hand. Garcia does. Why? Because he's too intent. Look at him. He's always early in this fight. He was looking to counter off of Thurman's right hand, but Thurman's right hand was just too quicker than Garcia's left hook. Thurman proved to be too quick on the draw, too quick on the trigger. Finally, when Garcia decided to focus more on on defense, as you can see there, he was able to make Thurman miss with a very beautiful display of slickness here. So he leans back away from the jab, right? He's looking for a second incoming jab, so he dips to his right, and at the same time he's positioning his left shoulder to try and roll with an incoming right hand, because he's expecting a 1-1-2. But Thurman has a bit of a weird rhythm here. He jabs and he waits to see where Garcia's head is going to be, and then he says, okay, I'm going to throw the right hand. Garcia at this point says, okay, I can't roll with the right hand from here, or maybe he doesn't have confidence in his positioning. So what he does is he puts his left hand back, leans away while rolling a little bit with the shot, and just misses by an inch. Because that's what boxing is about, guys, right? Remember, it's a game of inches, boxing. It's about making the guy miss by an inch, conserving your energy, while at the same time still being in position to counterpunch. And here Garcia wasn't in a position to counterpunch, but at least he didn't waste a lot of energy making Thurman miss. So here we see Garcia settling down. Thurman always looking for a counterpunch opportunity here. See, he tries to dodge an incoming punch that never actually comes, and he's in position to throw one of those leaping left hooks or left semi jab uppercut, whatever he throws. Nothing comes, so he's still ready. So Garcia feints, and Thurman puts his hands up, his gloves up. Now what Thurman usually does in these fights is he wants to catch and shoot, right? He wants to catch the shot on the gloves and counter with something big. A big punch, a big counter punch that's either going to knock the guy out or dissuade him from coming in. At this point, however, Garcia, in this particular exchange, he's too quick for Thurman. Thurman, you see, he immediately puts his... After he catches the shot, he immediately opens him up to see if there's an opening for a shot, but Garcia was too quick for him, and Thurman took the right hand. Garcia tried punching back. It was a competitive fight, but in a game between two counter punchers, Thurman just proved to be quicker and a little smarter, and Garcia was always a step behind. Now here, again, another instance that I want to show you guys of when finally Garcia stops focusing on counter punching and finally decides to play defense a little bit. So the lead left hook right hand from Thurman that usually caught Garcia no longer works because Garcia is looking for that right hand. So he leans away from the left hook, right? And he knows that the right hand is to follow. It's a logical progression, right? You throw a left hand, while the right hand is going to follow. So he knows this, and he says, okay, I'm going to roll with the right, dip low, dip forward, and smother Keith Thurman, and put out any incoming fire that Thurman might have planned. And here's Garcia leading, and this fucking shit decides to stall at the worst moment. Alright, so here, boom. He leads with two hooks. So what happens here? Garcia is looking to initiate some offense. Like I said, he had his moments. So what he does is he parries. He puts that right hand after he parries Thurman's jab. He leaves that right hand there. I don't know if it's if he's using it as a measuring stick or maybe just something to distract Thurman with. But it seems to work because he's about to throw a left hook to the body. He feints a left hook to the body because that's what he'd been throwing early in the fight. So Thurman thinks it's a left hook to the body. Instead, midway through, Garcia changes it to the head and boom, lands flush. The right hook didn't land flush, but he tried it. And now here's Keith Thurman. Two things here. First of all, Keith Thurman, during the whole fight, he was circling to his left, towards Danny Garcia's right. Okay, he was circling towards Garcia's right. Now, normally you wouldn't want to circle towards the guy's power punch, the power hand, right? The backhand. But as we know here, Garcia's left hook is actually more lethal than the right hand. I mean, he can whack pretty well with both hands. He hits pretty hard with both hands, but Thurman would rather take that right hand than the left hook. So he's circling, he's moving to his left to try and set up and land that right hand. And the other thing I liked about Thurman that I want to point out is, okay, he took 2 shots, and right away he wants to come back with something. He always wants to have the upper hand in the fight, and that's what I like in a fighter. A fighter like a Sugar Ray Leonard who would get hit and immediately try to come back with something. So here he's trying to, but Garcia now more intent on defending, so he rolls with the right, immediately tries to roll with an incoming left that never comes. But I mean, the reason why he rolls so fast because he thought that the left hook was coming. Now some people might say, oh, shouldn't he have his right hand up? Well, look at where his chin is, Garcia's that is, and look at where his right shoulder is. If Thurman throws a left hook on Garcia's chin, or aiming for that chin, he's only gonna have a couple of inches, and that right shoulder from Garcia is enough to block or to make Thurman's left hook slip through the shoulder, protecting the chin, Garcia's chin. So it's a good defense mechanism. But here, again, Thurman waited a bit before throwing that left hook. So he threw the right. Garcia rolls, expecting a left hook. Oh, it didn't come. Now it's coming. So Garcia says, I can't really, he's in an awkward position there. So what he has to do is he has to lean back. And very good reflexes, very good timing from Garcia. You don't really want to be leaning back away all the time in a boxing fight. You can get caught that way off balance, but here it works. Garcia knows what he's doing. Now here is the last round, right? Last round, I didn't really like Thurman moving away all that much because it's a close fight. I mean, it was a competitive fight. Thurman was winning it. But with Garcia, we've seen it before, guys, right? You think he's losing a fight, and all of a sudden the decision gets announced and it goes his way. So you don't really want to pull a De La Hoya Trinidad and just spend the last round moving. And here's the thing: Thurman won the fight the last round, but you're giving the other guy the benefit of the doubt. You're giving the judges the right to say, well, the other guy moved too much. I didn't see him throw all that many punches, so I'm going to give the round to the other guy. It's a big risk, but it paid off in the end here for Thurman. And we're going to just take a look at that last round here. A couple of instances. So here, there, boom. Thurman starts off with a right hand. Moving a lot, right? I'm going to put pause here because I want to show you guys something. Look at how much movement there is from Thurman. Look at all that movement. Boom, boom. Changing angles, changing directions, moving his head. And that's why Garcia doesn't want to step in against Thurman. He doesn't just want to walk in, even though he knows he's losing the fight. Because here, Thurman, very good movement. Here he could, if Garcia comes in with a jab here, he could eat a right hand. There he could eat a left hook or any number of punches. Well, not there because, okay, there, because Thurman's legs weren't in position to counter, but see, he's moving. There, ooh, he feints as he's about to come in, so Garcia steps back. Everything that Thurman did early in the fight, the counters, the lead left hooks, the lead right hands, he's got Garcia thinking. Garcia's a counter puncher. He's not the type of guy that's going to walk anybody down. He can walk down, okay, he can walk guys down like Judah, who only throws one punch at a time, or a guy like Malignaggi who can't really punch. I mean, he's a good boxer, but he can't punch. Thurman, a whole other animal here. Whole other animal. And again, here, see? Thurman threw a 3-punch combination, and nothing really landed. The only thing that landed was the left uppercut to the forehead, right? But judges look at that and they say, well, he's at least throwing and semi-landing, and the other guy's not landing, so we're going to give him the round, even though he's moving back. Again, right hand from Thurman, just moves away, stalling, trying to create time. He's doing the bare minimum in this round. Finally, Garcia says, okay, he's moving a lot, right? I'm going to try to catch him to the body, trying to pin him down. Thurman comes right back with something. So he's winning the round at that point. So here we have Thurman, lead right hand. They get a little exchange, right? But look at how Thurman, as he's hopping back. Okay, so he's on the defensive. He's on the defensive. Whoop, just when you think he's running away, because that's what he's been doing most of the round, he comes back with a punch to the body, another punch to the body. It's like a fencing match. This is like an amateur, high-level amateur Olympic boxing fight where it's like fencing, you know, it's in and out, a lot of quick shots, and that's the mode that Thurman was in this last round. He just wanted to steal it. So here's, again, fast forward this shit, a lot of movement. Here finally, Garcia is able to get Thurman onto the ropes, couple of good shots, and then he lets him get away. Why? I mean, he has Thurman. Look at him, pushes him down with his right hand. Thurman squared up, sitting on the ropes. He's got nowhere to go. He can't counter from this position. So Garcia throws 3 left hooks, and here he doesn't follow up with anything else. No shots to the head, no nothing. He lets Thurman get away. And again, just a lot of circling, one punch at a time. Here's a right hand from Thurman. Again, he's winning this round, just on boxing, ring generalship alone, right? And then they're gonna have an exchange about 5 seconds before the end of the round. That's what I liked about this fight. The guys were willing to exchange in the last parts of the round, at least, right? And this fucking shit, I don't know why it keeps stalling a little bit. Now let's take a look at that again. And there again, Thurman throwing shots to the body, power shots. Look at that. He sits down on his shots and tries to hurt the other guy. And that's the thing about this fight here is Garcia. Well, I'm going to show you one last clip, and this is from the 9th round, just to illustrate what it's like to face Keith Thurman, right? So this is a sequence in the 9th round here. See again, Thurman moving, making Garcia follow him. Boom. Garcia comes in with a jab. And Thurman answers with a left hook to the body. So now Garcia doesn't know where the fuck the punches are coming from, right? So here he tries to counter. So he eats the left hook to the body, right? He eats the left hook to the body. He tries to counter the jab with an overhand right, and Thurman leaps away, and you know Garcia sees an incoming punch. He knows a counter punch is coming, so he leaps out of the way because he doesn't want to take another body punch. Those fucking things hurt, man, especially from a guy like Thurman. So who can really blame Garcia, right? Now here he is. He's trying to walk Thurman down, and instead he eats a left hook, right uppercut. Look at that left hook, by the way. He hits him with the left hook, but look at him. He's holding Garcia from the back of the head, pulling him down towards, boom, that right uppercut. So that's the problem with fighting Thurman, is you're following a puncher. And remember what George Foreman always used to say about that, you don't want to follow a puncher around. But that's what Thurman does. He makes you follow him, and then he counters you with hard shots. And then when the other guy doesn't want to come in anymore because he's scared, then Thurman starts throwing those lead left hooks, lead right hands, and he'll just outbox you. You know, and he outboxes you without a jab. He doesn't have to throw a jab. A guy doesn't have to throw a jab to outbox the other guy. All right, that's a misconception that I see a lot of people make sometimes. Thurman outboxed Garcia in this fight, and he didn't even have to use a jab, right? And Garcia, for his part, in that last round, you saw how he didn't do enough. He didn't do enough. He could have closed the gap a little bit more, let his hands go a little bit more. And that's the thing about these pro boxers. Pro boxers, they're gonna have to make a choice. There comes a point in their careers where they have to make a choice, right? Last round, you're losing the fight. Do you go for broke, risk getting knocked out, but at least maybe increase your chances of yourself of getting a knockout win and saving your career? Or do you say, you know what, I'm good, I'm just gonna wait for the rematch or for the next opportunity, and we'll see what happens. Arturo Gatti, he had power, just like Garcia does. I think Gatti had even better power than Garcia. But anyway, he had power, and when he was losing or he was cut, he would go for broke, and that's why fans loved him, and that's why a lot of the fights in which he should have lost or he was about to lose, he snatched them away from the jaws of defeat, right? And that's why he had a lot of fans, because he went for broke. And in this fight, Garcia wasn't willing to, or maybe he just didn't know how to. I don't know, but he could have. In a rematch, if it does happen, maybe Garcia can make some changes, like Leo Santa Cruz made against Frampton, right? Although I don't know if Garcia can do. He's not the same type of fighter as Santa Cruz, but I mean, you just never know. I do believe that a fighter can change if he wants to, and if he puts enough hard work in the gym. But of course, the fight that I want to see is Errol Spence versus, the winner of Errol Spence, Brook, against Keith Thurman. And I think that's the fight that almost every other boxing fan wants to see. I'm not alone. So this was a BDA post-fight analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Please comment. Tell us it was the best broadcast ever, right? Tell us it fucking sucked. I don't give a fuck. Just tell me it sucked. And if it did suck, tell me how it sucked. That way maybe I can fix it. Or maybe I won't fix it just to spite you motherfuckers. I don't know. But thank you for watching. Maybe we'll make a part 2 of this. I don't know, because there was so much to watch in this fight. There was a lot of layers in this fight, a lot of things to I didn't even scratch the surface with this one because it was a good fight, man, really, and I would want to see a rematch. But anyway, this was a BDA post-fight analysis. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Because he was a favorite going in. Everybody favored him. They were on his motherfucking dick all the way down to his balls. They were sucking his penis from the top of the penis. Well, a little dick probably.
He did.
Okay, guys, thanks.
He ain't from Philly. He ain't got a big dick.
Thanks.
You gotta be from Philly, have a big dick.